Hi, how are you? Good. Have you been here before?
Yeah.
Sir, you need to leave. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Call 911.
Y'all, this situation has absolutely blown up on the internet within the past few weeks. Everybody's been talking about it, and I have so many thoughts and opinions about it that I had to jump on the bandwagon. Now, this man here named Nautica decided to go to a bikini or beans and bikinis coffee place in Arizona, where basically women in bikinis will serve you smoothies, coffees, and other beverages, and they'll be in their bikinis while they do it. He decided to expose himself, drive through the drive-thru pantless, and it backfired. The internet has been divided by the situation. The mother spoke out. Y'all, a therapist spoke out about adult bullies, saying that the woman who filmed this interaction and then posted it online was a bully to Nautica, even though Nautica was the one who drove through their drive-thru in their establishment and exposed himself. Now, why the situation is so big and why it's blown up the way that it has is because he ended up taking his own life after the situation. One day later, he drove off and took his own life with a firearm. And the thing about it is, and I seen somebody else who made a really good point, this had to have been a pattern of behavior with him because, let's be real, you don't take yourself out of the game over just one minor interaction that you had, one mistake. And let's be clear, I don't think that this was a mistake. I think that he did this so damn intentionally to either get a reaction out of this woman or possibly even just get a quick little booty call, whatever he was going for. But I think that this whole situation is so vile. You do not go up to somebody and expose yourself. This is public indecency. Nobody signed up to see that. Now, the woman who filmed it, she is getting a lot of backlash, okay? Because people are saying that she is an adult bully and she uploaded this video with malicious intent to pretty much just ruin this man entirely. But here's the situation. I feel like she filmed that video to, one, protect herself, and two, to expose the fact that this man is driving around exposing himself, and this had to have been something that happened prior as well with him and his interactions with this woman or other women who work at this establishment, because you don't just see somebody driving through your drive-thru and decide to start filming them. They had to have recognized him or the vehicle from a prior experience with another woman in the facility or something, but he was known, because there's no way she's just going to come out there filming. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't just walk around filming your customers unless she knew he was going to be doing some suspicious shit. Now, the mom ended up posting this on Facebook with the picture of the woman attached who was filming the video. And she ended up saying, "This is that went up to my son's car and recorded this video that caused him to take his own life. She invaded his privacy by going up to his car. Please share this picture of this so that we can make her pay. Justice for Nautica, baby boy. Your mom is fighting for you. I'm not going to rest until you have peace. Love you, my son. Gone way too soon. Let's make this girl pay, please. Everyone share this picture with all your friends on every social media platform. Thank you so much in advance for your help." Now, somebody posted this comment here and said, "People blaming the woman, who technically is a victim of harassment, are crazy to me and should have a deep think about their own morals. She should have kept it off the internet. Why does she owe him anything? Why does she need to think about his feelings after he did something so disgusting and not for the first time?" Now, there's an article here that pretty much claims that the man's family ended up confronting the staff at the coffee shop and told them how he basically took his own life after this film and this video of him came out driving pantless, quite literally and figuratively exposing himself to the employees. And I just want to say, it's not the employee's fault. She probably took that video for, one, their safety, and to report it to the police and be like, "This has been a reoccurring thing that's been going on. We have been getting harassed by this man, and something needs to stop." If you would just call the police and be like, "Hey, somebody was just pantless in my drive-thru," they're going to be like, "Do you have, like, evidence of that? Because we can't just go around accusing people of being pantless if you don't have a photo or a video of it." Now, as for the comments of people saying that she should have kept the video off of social media, she probably posted it to be like, "This is absolutely disgusting. People should not be doing this." Now, just because these women are dressed in bikinis does not give anybody the right to harass them in this manner. What's even crazier to me is the fact that the family is trying to point blame at the staff, saying that she was wrong for filming him. Why would she even invade his privacy by walking up to the vehicle to film that. Why would your son drive through the drive-thru pantless and expose himself to unsuspecting employees? I see such a lack of accountability on the family's end for the son's actions. I feel like mental health isn't something that just appears one day. I feel like it's a slow and gradual build, and I feel like this man should have had some form of mental health treatment or help or some form of care given to him. I feel like him taking his life over this was very unnecessary. I feel like, one, if you didn't want to be exposed for doing this, don't expose yourself for doing it, you know? But at the same time, this was somebody's husband, this was a father, this was somebody's son, and it's very unfortunate what did happen to him. But again, he brought this on himself. Nobody told him to go out and do this. Now, somebody else had spoke out about the situation and said, I'm a very private person and normally don't post my family's business on social media, but I think this needs to be addressed. Bullying on social media should be a crime, especially if someone chooses to hurt themselves. This woman decided to take things into her own hands and not report what potentially happened to corporate offices because of her ignorance. Someone chose to hurt themselves. We need to use social media as a tool to encourage positive behavior, not to encourage people to harm themselves or potentially take their lives. This to me was such a absolute stupid thing to say. That's pure ignorance. First of all, she wasn't using social media to encourage this man to harm himself. He quite literally did everything to himself by pulling up to that drive-thru that day, pantless, and she had every right to go out and report it to corporate offices and the police. And if she decided to post it publicly, she probably posted it publicly to warn other people this menace is driving around pantless to our establishments. So if you see him, report it. Everybody, y'all, not everybody, but I've seen a lot of people blaming the woman who filmed this video and the staff and the establishment itself for posting it. It's not her fault. He decided to quite literally pull a public indecency. I don't know what the hell he was doing, but nobody told him to drive up there pantless, okay? And they decided to film it, probably for their own safety. Posted the video online to be like, look what happened at this establishment. Y'all need to be aware of it. It's not their fault. They did not utilize social media to tear this man down or encourage him to harm himself. That was a personal decision that he decided for himself at the end of the day, as unfortunate as it was. But I want to take a look at this one woman's video because it makes so much sense to me.
Regards to this man who pulled up to that drive-thru with no pants, pulling a whole Winnie the Pooh, check his laptop. Check his laptop immediately. Because not trying to speak for why he decided to himself, but I feel like when he saw that phone, he started putting some things together in his head and he realized he was done for. Check that man's laptop and check his phone. Go through it. I got a feeling there's a file or 5 somewhere embedded, somewhere deep in there that shouldn't be on nobody's laptop. Go through it all, because for that to be, and for him to have done that so fast after, I feel like I heard about both. I feel like I heard about the story and him offing himself at the same time. That man knew. Because, I mean, yes, this is embarrassing. The situation of the drive-thru is embarrassing and is shameful. But to take yourself out the game completely off that one situation, check that man's phone and his laptop, Jesus.
I agree, and I just want to be clear, this is all allegedly, but I don't see somebody doing one very vile, shameful thing and then just deciding that's it. They're ruined. I feel like maybe, and again, this is allegedly, this is a slew of behavior that he has put on for a while now. Maybe he does have a lot of other instances like this that happened that he either filmed himself or maybe other people filmed that he paid off to get the file. I don't know. I think that this is absolutely bizarre, and there's just so much, y'all. But I want to get into, real quick, this therapist, okay? Because she ended up making a video talking about the situation, and she was saying that there are adult bullies, and she was mostly referencing the woman who had uploaded the video, saying that she was just bullying Nautica, the guy who pulled up pantless in the drive-thru. That's not the case, but let's get into it.
You know, something that isn't talked about too much, but has a tremendous impact on our mental health? Bullies. Adulthood has bullies in it. Now, we thought those bullies stayed in middle school, elementary, maybe even high school. But some of those same bullies have grown up to be full-grown adult bullies too. People that have proven they will go out of their way to hurt somebody else with intent to cause emotional pain. Those are the bullies I'm talking about. The ones who will say sharp words intentionally to harm, the ones who will blame, withhold love or resources or items, affection, anything, just to intentionally take the pain that they're feeling from within and put that on somebody else. A bully's self-esteem is often, if not all the time, low. Because you have to be at a place where you don't feel well about self in order to want to intentionally harm somebody else. So what do you do when a bully comes your way? There's a few things you can do. You can confront the bully.
As y'all can see, I could not sit through that bullshit. I ended up fast forwarding entirely through her part, but I wanted to talk about it. Everybody, not everybody, but there's a lot of people mad at the woman for exposing him. But nobody's mad at him for exposing himself to that woman, which again, is what caused this chain of events. If you're gonna go around in public and be an utter creep to individuals, especially women, who are unsuspecting of it, if they decide to film you and expose you for it, they have every right to do so. You have no right to go up to a woman pantless in public. For what, a reaction? You're traumatizing that woman and harassing her by doing so. Now, as I stated, this man ended up taking his own life because of the situation, and him being exposed, he left behind a whole family, a wife, and a child that he had back in 2023. To be clear, and not to sound rude, I don't feel bad for Nautica. I don't. And it's hard to try to feel bad for him because you did this to yourself. You should not have drove through a drive-through trying to be a goon. But at the same time, I feel very bad for his wife and his kid because now his kid's going to grow up without a dad because his dad decided to be a creepy-ass goon through a drive-through. And the wife, I feel bad for her because now she has to raise a kid alone and explain to her kid one day what the father did. And the kid's probably going to see it all over the internet, and that's truly a damn shame. He should have just taken accountability for the situation and suck therapy or mental health services. He could have done anything other than take his own life. And his family as well. It's very bizarre to see how they've handled the situation because they're all coming after the staff and the employee and the business saying that they had no right to do this to her kid. And it's like, where, oh where is any accountability from the family? It's like trying to find where's Waldo, but Waldo's actually the family's accountability. Because again, I want to really iterate this to y'all. They're mad that the employee exposed him, but have no comment on him exposing himself to the employee. What kind of rubbish is that? I want to know y'all's thoughts and opinions. I am sure that y'all have seen this already circulating the internet somewhere, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. It's made its rounds on pretty much every platform, including Twitter, especially Twitter, y'all. You can find anything on Twitter, even illegal shit. That website is crazy. But I want to know your thoughts and opinions because I'm on the woman's side. I really am. Do I feel bad for Nautica? Sure. But not really at the same time. And that's really, I know, y'all don't come for me being like, oh my god, that is so harsh, he took his own life, da-da-da. He should have sucked mental health services. Something else should have been done, but at the same time, he did bring this on himself. I'm probably going to get so much backlash, but I hope y'all understand where I'm coming from. And with that being said, I will catch y'all in the next damn video. Alright, bye.